So, if you guys weren't aware, then Mrs. STIX and I both just started streaming over on Twitch about 3, maybe 4 times per week. We're going to be moving through several different MMORPGs every month with you guys, with our community, in an attempt to provide much deeper, much more community-driven reviews, I guess, on MMOs and how they're currently doing in 2020. So, if you're interested in joining in on the fun, or perhaps even being in a video yourself, then make sure to go ahead and follow us over on twitch.tv/MMO Byte. We're actually going to be streaming literally just a few hours after this video goes live. So, you're actually in luck if you want to go ahead and join us. Otherwise, we have another week packed with MMORPG news for all of you. So go ahead, stand up, stretch out those legs, stretch out those muscles, and let's jump into another weekly bite of MMORPG news. Although before we do go ahead and jump into this week's weekly bite of MMORPG news, I would like to talk about today's sponsor, Entropia Universe. Entropia Universe is one of the most active sci-fi MMORPGs available right now. While it definitely functions as a traditional MMO, it also allows players to both invest in or earn in-game currency and then convert that into real-world currency. In essence, providing the ability to make a real-world living off of playing the game. And let's be real here, who doesn't wish they could make a living playing video games, right? Entropia Universe features several large worlds to explore with a variety of different monsters to do battle with, tons of non-combat related activities to do like hunting, gathering, and crafting. It is definitely an interesting game. It's quite a bit different to what you're used to, and in my opinion, that makes it more than worth playing purely on that premise alone. If you haven't already but are looking for a free-to-play MMO that offers that little something special, something unique, then I urge you to go ahead and click the link in the description of the pinned comment to try the game out. Worst case scenario, you waste a few minutes of your time. On the other hand, you might find that you really enjoy the game. Let's start this off with what is perhaps the most important news this entire month. PSO2 is finally launching onto PC via the Microsoft Store on May 27th. Yeah, literally in just a couple days. How epic is that? The team announced this via their Twitter account and went on to also announce a brand new Hatsune Miku Vocaloid crossover event that'll take place, featuring a plethora of different characters from that universe. While there was no mention currently on a PS4 launch, it's still expected, just, eventually, one day. Do note though that on the 27th, when this game does officially launch onto PC, Mrs. STIX and I are going to be streaming this over on Twitch. So if you want to go ahead and play with us, or heck, you'd rather just see what the game is like before you go ahead and download it via the Microsoft Store, then come on over and watch. We actually have good news concerning Tera for a change. See, a while ago, Gameforge took over publishing rights for the Southeast Asia region, expanding their player base numbers substantially. Now, as of June 4th, Gameforge will also be taking over publishing rights within Russia and all of the CIS territories, further expanding their player base to numbers the game may not have seen in years. This all comes in close to their next anniversary event that features an adorable little Red Riding Hood outfit. So if you've ever wondered whether or not the game is worth playing, this very well could be the opportunity you've been waiting for. Note that Gameforge publishes Tera within Europe, not North America. The North American version of Tera is completely disconnected from the rest of the world, and as such, its population is also drastically lower than the Gameforge version. So if you're looking for the more active version out of the two, the Gameforge version is definitely the one you want to go with. Back on the 18th, I did a video letting everyone know that MiHoYo had announced their final closed beta date for Genshin Impact. In preparation for this, they have opened up registration, meaning that if you haven't already applied to test this game out, you should. It is unconfirmed how long this registration phase will be open for, which means that you should definitely take advantage of it while it's available. If you guys are unsure of how to actually go about doing this, I have instructions, including a link on how to register for the final closed beta test on my website, mmobyte.tv. So head on over there using the link in the description or the pinned comment to pre-register. I mean, by this point though, if you don't already have my mmobyte.tv website bookmarked, then you're missing out. Not only do I post the giveaways we do on the website, but I also go ahead and keep the website updated with the latest news, the latest closed beta registrations, applications, everything. The closed beta in specific will be testing PS4 functionality, providing PC, mobile, and PS4 players with cross-platform play for the very first time, with hopes of fully launching the game towards the final quarter of 2020. It was confirmed earlier this month that the upcoming Greymoor DLC for The Elder Scrolls Online was going to be delayed until May 26th. You know what day it is right now though, right? Well, I mean, for me right now as of recording this, it's actually Friday the 22nd. But you know what? When this video goes live, it's actually going to be Saturday the 23rd. That is just 3 days prior to the launch of Greymoor's first chapter. What's more interesting though, that Microsoft know this and they have decided to launch PSO2 onto PC literally the very day after Greymoor launches. Is this perhaps an attempt to inhibit the success the DLC would have had otherwise? Was this on purpose, or is this mere happenstance? I mean, you know, I guess we'll never know, but I'm curious what you guys are definitely going to be playing. It is always refreshing to see games like Project Gorgon receiving updates. Indie developed MMOs that actually launched a product that the player base enjoys. Yes, please. With the latest announcement, the devs behind the game revealed that they're hard at work on a content update that will introduce the ability to not only own, but also breed pets. The update specifically is a few weeks away and will feature other enhancements like a UI upgrade, lots of bug fixes, and additional customization options. You know what? This all actually sounds pretty exciting. If you've been putting off the game for whatever reason, it might be as good a time as any to go ahead and hop on in. I did a video on Elyon last month where I went on to discuss their rebranding from Ascend Infinite Realm and exactly the kind of overhaul Elyon would be. And I mean, I'm going to go ahead here and assume that it's pronounced Elyon. I know there are some people that are calling it Elyon, and to me, I don't know, that just kind of sounds weird. I don't know, like, I'm gonna continue calling it Elyon. I don't know what you guys call it. I feel like it should be called Elyon, but I mean, I would at the same time love to know how you guys go about pronouncing it. Now, if you want to be completely up to date with the game, I do recommend going ahead and watching the video that I did. Otherwise, it has been revealed that the game is going to have a beta test scheduled for July 25th, 2020. We've already had several beta tests for the game when it ran under the Air title, with Mrs. STIX and I having done multiple videos on it in the past. And I hope that those accounts are actually still capable of accessing this beta test in South Korea in July so that we can go ahead and capture the footage in its current form. For those of you that are interested, beta registration will be open next month, and we'll have instructions on how to actually go about applying for the closed beta on our website, mmobyte.tv. This is the perfect time for Blade & Soul to be receiving an update, considering this is one of the MMOs that we're currently streaming over on Twitch. Not only will we be able to experience the launch of the Steel Bonds with all of you on stream, but, well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the whole announcement, actually. The Steel Bonds update for Blade & Soul was released on Wednesday, May 20th, and while we haven't had the ability to reach that point in the stream playthrough yet, we hopefully will soon. This update in question will feature the next part of the Steelbreaker raid along with a brand new outfit. There'll be new weapon upgrades, new material to upgrade with, and yeah, you know, the norm. They do need to provide you something to grind for after all to get you in-game and to keep you in-game. If you've been absent from Blade & Soul for whatever reason, this is about as good an opportunity as any to go ahead and jump in and try the game out. Closers very rarely receives updates anymore, but here we are, with the game receiving an extension to their recent Busan content update in the form of a new Chapter 2, increasing the level cap up to 88, and featuring not only new content, but also new costumes and new events to help players reach that level cap. I honestly wish that there was actually more to talk about, but that's pretty much it with Closers. Tera, Blade & Soul, and now Aion. Man, this brings back memories. Reminds me of a time where I used to do these news updates, and every week there would be some form of update for the titles. So, on May 27th, the next chapter is coming for the North American iteration of Aion, with changes to various zones, changes I'm sure you guys didn't actually want, but are no doubt receiving anyway. Or maybe this is an update you want? Regardless, with the alteration of a plethora of different zones, we're also receiving additional instances to explore and plunder, like the Chaotic Veil and Altar of Ascension. Oh, and as always, you can bet there are going to be new weapons, new runestones, new gemstones, and gear to grind out. And I mean, we also get this really cool cinematic trailer that's been playing throughout the entire Aion segment. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Like, in the grand scheme of things, like if that's all we get, that is pretty cool. Kinda. I mean, I guess, I don't know. To me, I like it. ArcheAge is getting a brand new content update next month on June 11th. If you felt as though there wasn't really much to do recently, you'll be glad to know that the new Garden of the Gods expansion was announced last week, and it comes with a brand new trailer. Granted, the trailer kinda looks like they hired someone from Fiverr to put this together, but I mean, hey, that's alright. I'm sure all of the money from the Unchained purchases went somewhere important. The new expansion in question is going to introduce a new zone that brings with it 59 new quests, which probably will not take you all that long to progress through, but it's new content and that is what is important. Additionally, ArcheAge Unchained is providing players another free trial opportunity, meaning that if you wanted to try the buy-to-play iteration of the game out, then this is your chance to get in completely free. And finally, if you play either Dragon's Prophet or Savage Hunt, then you'll be sad to learn that Gamigo is actually shutting down both games within Europe. While neither MMO really took off, they were both very unique, interesting MMOs to play through that launched back in 2015 and 2017 respectively. Yet even though the games are going to be shutting down, they will live on forever in our memory. And also in video form, because I've done videos of them in the past. And that is it. That is all of the information, that is all of the news that has been brought to my attention this week. If you know of anything that I missed, you can go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. You can go ahead and contact me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, via Discord, literally any platform, any means you want. Just make sure to go ahead and include a link to the article so I can go ahead and verify it and then talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.